Mhm.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. It's Jake Elliott, ready to get this one kicked off. And we're underway here in South Philly. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, there's fast starts, Mike, and then there's this. It just seems like it's completion after completion, and now they find themselves in plus territory. Every team has their fringe red zone down to their red zone plan, and once you cross midfield, you got to be thinking 6, at the worst 3, but you're coming away with points.
Back to the air one more time. Quick throw here is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
First carry now for Kenneth Walker. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
He'll drop to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Seahawks. Touchdown number 9 for the year. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Plays going nowhere, taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
So you're on the sideline and you're watching the other team go right down the field and score on their first drive. As a play caller, you have to be careful that it doesn't throw you out of your initial plan coming into the game. They wanted to establish some ground game here early, and that's exactly what they did.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry down the sideline past the 40. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
This is a combination of footwork and vision. His ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Now the lefty panics on 1st down. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable?
Trying to push the ball down the field. It's an interception. And the Seahawks will take over here at their own 12.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points. Right
away, they'll set up to throw. Going for it all. That is brought in. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 88 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, he's got... Now, on the return, he has lost the football. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. But they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for them, go out of bounds.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. To the ground, he'll get it again. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down.
Go, Reed, go! Here we go, here we go! Trap 60, trap 60! Ready?
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. This one intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back end cut.
To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Seattle. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the first quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer, because right now, they don't have one.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
70 range, 70 range. Check, Bobcat. Ready?
They're going to go play action with Penix. That's down the field for Lamb. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
I'm a big fan, Mike, of quarterbacks willing to take chances. I don't want my guys sitting there scared to throw the ball downfield. But as always, it does come with a little bit of balance. He tried to get that one all in one throw and just doesn't get quite enough pace on it, and it ends up going the other way.
This drive starts on the ground with Walker. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8.
18 Cardinal, 18. Ready? Check go.
Once again, it's Walker. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. We are through one. It's the Seahawks with the early lead. And we're back in Philly in a moment. He'll try the zone read on 1st and 10. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Now, faking the give. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. And a good run there. Finds the lane, gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2. They're going to motion the tight end over here. They'll try and run it with Walker. And he will have the Seahawks first down. They needed 2 and gained 6.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
Back to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Let's go now. Hey, check that.
No handoff. He'll keep it himself. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
Cowboy 80. Cougar 19.
And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game.
Got it. Ready?
2nd and goal. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Now a give to Walker, running right. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And the drive stalls out as he's brought down. And the field goal unit likely to come on here on 4th and goal. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Seahawks extend the lead to 24-0.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
This is fielded inside the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. First and 10.
Here we go, set.
Back to throw. Here's Penix. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's...
And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jack Campbell. First and 10 now from the 36. A handoff, running left, it is Walker. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll look to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
If you want to be a top-notch NFL DB, of course, yes, the athleticism is a given. But it's really, you have to be instinctive. The instincts are what allow you to maximize those physical skills, and you saw him on full display right here, leading in the big-time breakup. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small, and oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive. This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
So on fourth down, here's Corey Bojorquez to kick it away, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll go right and find his running back.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
He's going to look for the home run ball. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him, and will bring up third down.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away. And this one's going to be downed inside the 20-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
Here we go, set. Dragon 60. Warrior 70. 19 Lion.
From the gun, here is Penix. Going down the middle of the field, and he's got his tight end. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second, as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
Mike, what we're seeing play out across the NFL is that if offensively it requires you to go the length of the field in a long, methodical drive, your chances of coming away with points continue to go down the more you snap the ball. You have to be able to generate shot plays, pick up big, explosive chunks, because when you do, your ability to score points typically tends to follow.
There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
Now Penix to throw on second down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times it looks like they've never practiced at all.
on third down. Penix. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they're going to mark them down up past the 35. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Seahawks are out in front. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Hi, Coach. Thank you. Two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line.
On the jump.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Let's go.
Penix now off the bootleg. Open man downfield. It's CeeDee Lamb. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
On 1st down, it's Penix. He'll let one go down the middle. It is a big play for the Eagles. 41 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
Let's go now.
They'll stick with him again. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw, taken in, and that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concepts I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
He's got it at the 7. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves first and goal inside the low red zone.
Here we go, set.
They'll look to throw yet again. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive.
This one caught just past the pylon. Touchdown, Seahawks. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game. And, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So replay's going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. The PAT, up and good. And the Seahawks will extend this third quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Ready? Check go.
From the gun, it's Penix. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. In motion, Lamb. On 2nd down, Penix. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
60 Eagle, 60 Eagle.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. Backs to the sideline. It is intercepted, but I don't think he was able to stay in bounds. And indeed, the officials concur. It is incomplete. Very nearly a turnover. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Go, Ring. Go. Go.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Ready? Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Ready?
Back to the air once more on second down. That's hard. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Seattle. They get the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that 4 vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on the secondary. But in order to do that, you have to give your quarterback time for those receivers to get downfield. Give credit to the offensive line. That's exactly what they did. They're able to take advantage for the strike.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be out of bounds on the return, and the drive will begin there. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10.
Lion. Come on, set. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready?
Now Penix. In trouble, and down he goes.
When it starts bad, it has a funny way of ending up getting worse, and I don't think that could be any more true than it is right now. They're already down by multiple possessions, and after that start to this drive with the sack, they find themselves once again in a massive hole.
He'll air it out down the middle. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
You know, Mike, the one thing that we used to say is it didn't matter how good you were or how long you played. Eventually, you're just going to have one of those days, and I think for this quarterback, he's got to be able to move on from this pretty quickly because this is about as bad a day in the office as you can imagine.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
Here's a 2nd and 6. On the ground, it's Walker. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7?
Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
Ready. Hey, Smash.
They'll run the toss with Walker. Now a loose football. But he'll gather it back in. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times. And I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged a bullet.
On third down, they go with Walker.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
And this is going to set up a long field ahead. Backed up as it is touchdown inside the 10.
Trap 60, trap 60. Go! Ready?
They'll begin here on the ground. Not what they hoped down there. He's given ground. Going to lose yardage. They'll mark him back at the 6-yard line. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
70 range, 70 range. Ready?
Throwing is Penix. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
Let's go. Hey, check that, street.
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And he looks up, he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Man, when it works well, the zone read is a thing of beauty. It just adds another dimension to this offense. And if the defense doesn't get a better plan, they're going to continue to do it all day.
Let's go now.
On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2.
19, 18. Get it.
He'll keep this on the zone read. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down.
Tag. Go.
He'll decide to keep this once more. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Clearly, the play caller here is thinking that the defense is going to be completely zoned in on stopping the running back, thinking he can catch them off guard with the quarterback keep. The defense was prepared for both guys, and they now force fourth down.
And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Ready, ready.
They'll throw. It's Penix. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
This one's going nowhere. Going backwards. He'll be down at the 4-yard line.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
In motion, Lamb.
Come 19, come 19. Ready.
Now Penix on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there, or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game.
Ready.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. The defense still has 3 timeouts, so we'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee.
Go. Take go.
The Seahawks sending out their punt team, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Stop below 18. Let's go. Hut.
This drive will start on the ground. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Ready.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
Go.
Here's Penix. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
Let's go now. Ready. Set up.
So it's a win here for the visiting Seahawks. They got out of the gates hot, ran out to the big 1st quarter lead, and did not look back as they cruise in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.